Hello, my makeup loving friends. How's it going? Welcome back. It's been another week. So, we have a roundup of the stuff that you wanted to talk about in terms of new makeup releases. With me, as always, I have the gorgeous, beautiful, transcendent Tia. How dare she? You know the drill. All of her info is down below. But before we got into it, I wanted to talk about Makeup Release Radar. I get a lot of information off of them. They are brilliant, super, super reliable. But during the week, their Instagram account actually got suspended. So they can't post on their original account for 30 days. So it's really impacted them in terms of their following. So if you had been following them before and are like, what's going on? Go check out their new page. That is probably going to serve as a backup, and I'm going to put it down below in the description box. So check them out. But you know the drill. We wouldn't have an episode if you guys didn't tag me in things. So a big thank you to Brianna, Ali, Beck, Gillian, Miss Charlie, Trendstopia, Makeup Release Radar, Tia, Lisa G, Cheryl, Tina, Gina, Gaia, Natalia, Yvonne, Shanna, Rhea, Callie, Chrissy, JW, Megs, Kelsey, Cecily, Yasmin, Ilya, Kylie, Claire, and Chris. A big thank you to all of you, and a big thank you to my Patreons. I did actually manage to do a theme this week. I'm very pleased. And the theme is man-eater. Maybe I've heard Nelly Furtado's man-eater one too many times. Who knows? Maybe there are other reasons. We'll never fully understand the inner workings of my mind. But I do have looks from the Patreons. So here you go. But let's get on into it because there's a lot here. This is KVD Beauty, and this is their Moon Garden eye palette and a chunk of other things. Now, some of their like liner sets and like some of the kind of stick shadow things are already in Boots, but the palette has not arrived yet, which I'm like, interesting. So, I mean, this feels very much like we're kind of going back to the like KVD when it was Kat Von D before she fucked up massively. It feels kind of reminiscent of that. The packaging, can I talk about that for a second? Is that gorgeous?
Beautiful.
Like,
stunning.
I can't lie because I'm terrible at it. I kind of want this. Like, do I think this is the most innovative palette ever? No, but I think this is the best thing they've come out with in a very long time.
Like, that's not a bad palette. Like, if you consider what they've done, like couple of years, more than couple of years now, this is the most interesting they've done.
Yeah, like
it's nice. It's not like tickling my pickle that much. Like, it's nice, but like is that a black liquid lipstick?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
I want it.
I know, it's so good. And now this is meant to be replacing, they had a previous black lipstick, and now this is sort of replacing it because they've reformulated. And oh sweet merciful Jesus, do I want it. And can I talk about that green shadow sticky thingy? Because that's also,
those are supposed to be so nice. Those KVD shadow sticks, like,
well, they're already in Boots, those two shades, the green and the pink. So I'm like, well, isn't that an interesting development? So I have been looking at it, but then I'm like, no, wait until the palette comes in, and then you can get all of them and maybe the black lipstick, and then you can be an idiot and nobody can question you because you've got nice things for yourself.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I actually, like, is this the absolute best thing I've ever seen? No, but this is a lot better than what they've done recently. It's just kind of nice to see them finding their way back to something a little bit edgy. It's, of course, a vegan, cruelty-free, and for a lot of people that's super important. It's very hard to find something that has those sort of aesthetics. And I mean, I just love the packaging. I know it's not all about the packaging, but Jesus Christ, they've done it well.
They've done so good.
Yeah, I like this. The black lipstick is a must. Like, I really want that.
Yeah, it gives me like garden vibes.
Yeah.
Like dark, mysterious.
Yeah.
Don't eat the apple kind of garden vibes.
Absolutely. Like, they've called it Black Briar, and I'm like, that is a fucking excellent name for it. Like, you look at it and you're like, yeah, that makes sense. There's nothing that I like dislike from this. I think this is all actually a really, really good collection.
Good job, KVD.
Yeah. much improved. When I put it to you guys, though, oof, you discerning lot. 19% of you loved it, 39% said not for me, and 42% said I like some of it. Oh my God, this next one, the fact you see now that like Sephora is coming to the UK, so this means I could legitimately get my gross, grubby little paws on Rare Beauty, makes this all the more exciting.
Oh.
Yes. Yeah, so this is Rare Beauty, and they're coming out with 3 new highlighters. They're in the shades Flaunt, Mesmerize, and Enlighten. There's no date yet, and there's no price yet, but oh my God, don't they look beautiful?
They remind me of like old bourgeois. Is it bourgeois? Bourgeois.
Bourgeois, that's what I thought as well. Like
Like
the
the shadow things and the
Thank you.
highlighters and blushes that they had.
That's
Like,
what I thought as well. That was my
but I'm
immediate
looking
thought.
at that shade called Mesmerize, and I'm mesmerized by
Really? You like a whitey bluey highlight? How unusual.
it.
I would have never guessed.
It's so beautiful.
And what
Oh,
I say is, if she's following the trend of where all of her like face products have been going, I reckon this is going to be a hit because she seems to be doing really, really well on that. And
it feels like a cream.
it looks like it's maybe a gelée sort of a formula.
Oh, if it's like jelly baked,
I know.
jelly
All,
baked.
all
We
better.
know how much Daniela raves about these.
Yeah.
So I don't even care if it's a cream, if it's a putty, if it's a jelly baked. It looks beautiful,
It
and I
really does.
kind of want it.
Same.
I do not care what formula you have. I want you.
It looks really so pretty.
It
I think
looks
it
so.
is a gelée formula because it says like
Yeah.
it's 12 months from opening, and that's usually the sort of
Oh, yeah.
time. So that's what I reckon is going on. Fuck me though, it's beautiful.
Mm. It's so like it's just so beautiful. Like I love that like curved. Like it looks
Mm.
so perfect and like oof.
It's so aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah.
Like I feel like this brand is doing really, really well when it comes to
Yeah.
like base products and like your blushes, your highlights. So I'm like, okay, shut the fuck up. Let me get some
Yeah.
because I like this. And like I said, now that we could potentially get this in Sephora,
Yay.
I'm very excited.
I'm so jealous though. Like I know we have like we can order from like Swedish Sephora, but I'm still jealous because I want Sephora I can actually walk into in Finland.
Same. Same.
Like I mean,
I'm in a similar position to you because now I can finally order from Sephora
yeah,
UK, but I don't have a Sephora in Ireland.
yeah,
So hashtag bring Sephora to Ireland and
yeah.
Finland.
Or hashtag we need another trip to UK
Yeah,
after the places have opened.
like genuinely, like that's all I ask. Like Sahil is going to London in 2 weeks, and I have
Oh, is the pop-up store is open then? Sahil, you know where Teresa's gonna have you to go.
yeah, no, he's already been told, and he gets really
Yeah,
confused with makeup. So
like a list.
the
This,
fact
this, this, this.
the fact that he'll probably be really confused also adds to how much I'm enjoying this entire thing. But yeah, honestly, just this whole thing, Rare Beauty is just going from strength to strength, and I'm here for it. And can I say, you guys are here for it as well. 77% that love it.
Oh,
That's massive.
wow. Wow, 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 wow.
Yeah, that's massive. Now we have Unearthly Cosmetics, and they have 5 new molten chrome shades, and they're already available. They're €14.95 each, and they come in 5 different shades. I will say though, I was really confused with the way that they were presenting this on their Instagram because it was just like shots of it inside the tube, and it just looked like a really fucked up like medical procedure. Like, here's your colon, and I was like, oh, well, this is interesting. But I will say, thankfully, they gave us the swatches on the hand, and it's
Oh,
not off. Like, how dare they?
okay, like the shade called Blast or
Oh yeah.
Stop and Star, like
Oh,
those two. I like Space Queen also, and like they're all pretty, but like the shade Blast Off is like the instant traction where my eyes went, and I'm like, yes.
Yeah, more than fair. I think these are all gorgeous. And I know, I think it was Emily was saying like she has one or two of these and she said that they're really, really good. Like it's not these exact five, it's from their previous collection and she like really, really rates them. And I'm like, oh, shit,
Oh,
Unearthly, what you doing? These are gorgeous. Like,
yes, they are
shut up.
beautiful.
Yeah, I like it.
Honestly, cosmetics has been like popping out releases after releases after releases, releases after releases after releases, and I'm not. Um, I think they should a little bit like slow down,
Because
in my
I can't
humble
afford
opinion.
it.
Yeah, and also like I feel like it's just when you come out stuff so quickly,
It's
we
hard to
can't
appreciate.
even like recover from the last when we get a new one. So I
That's
think they should slow down a bit.
That's a really good point because it's literally what 3 weeks ago that we were talking about like
Yeah,
their craft palette.
yeah.
That's not
They
long
have like
ago.
so much stuff going on, and I just feel like they need to like slow down a bit so we can appreciate what she's coming out with like more, have more time to like savor the moment.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you on that because like I would also say like if you had just done a purchase of something
Yeah,
unearthly and then you saw something else and you're in like
yeah.
the
It
UK
would be so annoying. Like, oh, and then if you want them, and then you're like, oh, now I'm gonna have to make another order and another order.
painful. I will also say I want this brand to come to Beauty Bay. I think there's enough interest because it is growing in popularity.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I feel like it would be so good, and like I feel like Unearthly is really like rising at the moment.
I think I think that as Unearthly rises, Melt Cosmetics is falling. I think Unearthly is taking its place.
But isn't it though kind of like what Melt was when Melt was more interesting?
Thank you. Right, and Melt
And
has to
in
play
my
okay.
opinion, Unearthly formula is better than Melt.
I
I'm
agree.
sorry.
I
I'm
agree.
sorry, but it's true.
No, I agree because I have two Unearthly palettes, and I think they're
Yeah,
fabulous. Back when they were Alien Cosmetics. Uh,
yeah. I have one palette, and then I have some of the singles, and I have something coming from them too. So it's just the formula is much more better than Melt. I
yeah,
know a lot of people love Melt, but it just, I don't know.
doesn't impress me.
Like, I like the aesthetic of a lot of things they previously have come out, but I don't think the quality is quite there to match the price.
Yeah, that's where I am with it as well. So for me, I feel like this is the new Melt
Yeah.
elevated.
So do not sleep on Unearthly Cosmetics.
Yeah, Beauty Bay, get on it, please, because
Yeah.
I apparently need to spend more money that I don't really have and shouldn't be spending. But there you go. At least if I didn't have to do with taxes and duties, then I could actually do these things. But there you go. When I put it to you guys, 54% of you loved it, 24% said not for me, and 22% said I like some of it. Holy shit balls,
That's really nice.
isn't it? Yeah.
Really good.
And I feel like indie brands are just doing the most these days. This Clarity Cosmetics, which is let's remind ourselves, an indie brand, and they've come out with 20 shades of bronzers. They're
Wow.
€14.95 each, and yeah, there's 20 shades. And when you see them all laid out, you see just they go really quite fair and then really really deep. I think this isn't just bronzers. I think some of these could like also
Yeah.
with
I was like
colors.
cookie dough and turn up a notch. They look too pale to be bronzer to anyone.
Yeah.
Like they look more like a highlighter shade. It's like a matte highlighter shade to
Mm.
me. But like come on.
Shade
Look at the shade range. Like look at the darkest bronzer. It's like almost black and brown.
Look, all I'll
Excellent.
say is if a fucking indie brand can do it,
Can do it.
then
Yeah.
what's everyone else's excuses? Now I know I'm probably a bit biased because I
Yeah.
think I've bought most stuff
Oh,
from Clarity Cosmetics at this point. and I am an affiliate, so
Yeah.
link and code down
So
below.
Snickerdoodle looks like a perfect pale bronzer
Oh,
that not too orange on like our skin
I think
tone.
so, yeah.
God
Oh,
damn.
it is nice, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
good quality like also come to Beauty Bay.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
there any connection.
Please make it happen. But do you know what I like as well? A lot of these bronzers, they are taking into account different undertones.
Yeah, that what I was like looking at. You have like warm, you have red, you have cool undertones, like neutrally. I like that because we don't, like, you can't just have warm for everyone
Yeah, it's not going to work.
and or like red or like you have to have different undertones for bronzers too. It looks really nice.
Yeah. I was super impressed. I just can't get over that they managed to come out with 20 shades.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ. Like that's nuts. But and for €14.95
yeah,
for and like they give you big pans. Like big pans. Like I got a few of their blushes there a while ago and I've been enjoying them. Using them on and off and then just
yeah,
occasionally swatching them. I regret nothing. So I may end up getting a bronzer from them the next time they do an eyeshadow palette because, you know, problems. Can't
yeah.
help it. When I put it to you guys, though, 43% of you said love it and 57% said not for me. To be fair, though, I feel like bronzers aren't the thing that people get really like, ooh,
Yeah,
excited about.
excited about.
So to get that sort of a feedback, I feel like that's actually still a
Yeah.
pretty darn good. This one surprised me more because of the timing than anything else. This is RuPaul who is doing like a makeup line for Superdrug, which I was like, huh?
What?
I
Why is
know.
it in UK?
It's very strange, right? Like it feels very out of
What?
left field. But anyways, there's a lot to it. The Final Four highlighter palette, and actually when I was looking at the swatches of that, it looks pretty good. And it's £12. So not bad at all. Like they do look a pretty pigmented. The little bit of luscious lipstick trio, they're £10 and really nice wearable shades. Like of all of the drag queens that's out there, I guess you could really say that RuPaul has the most
Yeah.
like understated look. Then there's two eyeshadow palettes. They're £14 each. There's Shantae You Stay and Sachet Away. One is kind of mattes and then one is shimmers. I guess they're sort of like complementary palettes. I don't
Mm,
love the looks of those. They like I feel like maybe
no.
they didn't put enough time into the packaging and maybe they didn't put time into the packaging to keep the prices down.
Yeah.
I don't
I
know.
don't know. This ain't it for me, I have to say. The
Yeah.
whole collection. Like, it looks cheap, and I get that it's like affordable. Well, the lipsticks, I'll give it that. The lipsticks do
Yeah.
look nice.
I do think like to be like really devil's advocate here. I do think that a few people could find things that they like in this. Like you said, the lipstick trio. There's like a liquid eyeshadow trio as well for £10 that I think what
I
if you
mean, that's not
like,
the worst either.
yeah. And
I
then
feel like the palettes are the ones that, like,
yeah.
mm,
It's given
I
me
don't.
Primark.
Yeah, it's giving like budget.
Yeah. And I mean don't get me wrong, it is a budget brand, like that's what they've done. But you can do budget and make it
Make it look
relevant.
nice.
So I kind of wish they'd spent a little bit more time
Yeah.
in
And
that.
I don't like that one palette is all matte and one palette is all shimmer because I feel like that way they made it the way if you want like both, you
Oh,
have to buy both palettes. What with which means you have to spend more money.
yeah,
And I feel like that's kind of like not really like if you're wanting to do a budget thing. I
yeah,
think you could have done just one palette and add shimmers and mattes in there.
yeah. I agree. And then they have like these lookbooks and they're £20 each and they have like six eyeshadows and then there's a highlighter and a blush in it. But there's also like a liquid lipstick and a liner in it. So they're £20. There's a lot in it and it has like this little mirror thing.
Why
But I
are
will,
these so light?
yeah. Like yeah.
Like, where's the depth? It's kind of ironic, in
Mhm.
my opinion, that they're so light.
Yeah.
And
All of the people to come out with like a really light
yeah,
toned collection. Like this
like
is
I
very
wonder
occasion.
now, has RuPaul had like a really much saying, or is this just a cash grab?
A cash grab. A cash grab, you say? I mean, yeah, it feels like it. And I will say, you know, those lookbooks, they're kind of giving me like €2 shop sort of energy.
Yeah,
Like, I think this is like the positives of this are that, you know, there's a lot of people out there who love RuPaul, who love Drag Race, but they don't have the money to,
yeah,
for instance, buy from Trixie Cosmetics, from, you know, all of these other brands.
yeah,
And this at least makes it a little bit more accessible so they can feel like they're being part of the experience. It
yeah,
does just feel like it was kind of not fully considered, in my opinion. Maybe I'm just being a bit of a bitch.
yeah. I feel like they should have like it's weird that it's really like pale.
Mm,
Like all of the palettes. Well, at least like one of the like matte palettes seem to have like a really dark brown or a black. So that's not bad.
yeah,
Like at least you have that. But then when you look at everything else, I'm like, this isn't for like if you have a really dark skin tone, you're gonna have a hard time of using those eyeshadow palettes or lookbooks or
yeah,
even the highlighter palettes could be. Well, there is a kind of dark shade,
there is,
at
yeah.
least on the highlighter palette.
Like I
So
think I think if you go through it for long enough, you will find something that
yeah,
kind of suits you, but it's kind of having to go through all of that and kind of go, "Oh, okay," because like I like those lipsticks. I do.
yeah, they
I
look
think they look
really
nice.
nice. That'll give like nice nude sage. Even the packaging on those look nice.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think there's some like really decent elements,
Yeah,
and there's other bits that are just like really not thought through at all and are just
yeah,
blah, here we go. And again, like I said, I wish they'd just spent a teeny tiny bit more time on the packaging.
yeah,
I think my mind could have been changed if the packaging had been different.
yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm shallow, possibly. I am a shallow bitch. But I think a lot of you guys were picking up on this as well. 8% of you said love it, 71% said not for me, and 20% said I like some of it. And then this one, I mean, oof, this is from Shop Alter Ego, and they are known for, look, let's just call it what it is, ripping off Natasha Denona, just taking their ideas and kind of going, we're making our own one now. And they've called this the Harmony palette, and I can't remember which one this is ripping off, but it's definitely ripping off an Natasha Denona one. It's $17.
I mean, it doesn't look that great, to
No.
be honest.
Like,
Like, I feel like they tried to do the what's it called? Like the more like pinky purpley one.
oh, is it the not retro?
Yes, that what I was
Retro.
thinking. But
Yeah.
that looks more brown. This
Yeah.
one looks way more brown, so I'm not really sure.
I
I don't know. Like I can't put it together which palette exactly, but I don't think it looks exactly like any of them. Like
yeah. It is just
also
different
like
vibes though.
yeah, meh. I'm over this. I feel
Yeah.
like it's kind of like just not nice to. At least they have like the packaging is a little bit different. Like at
Yeah.
least they did that.
Yeah. Look, I mean, there's ripping off and then there's like taking inspiration or kind of
Yeah,
bring like a different angle
yeah,
to something. But like when you're taking something and kind of like they didn't even bother really to shuffle around the shades that
yeah.
much.
Just like copying someone's homework, like
Hmm.
fully to the teeth, and be like, okay, here. And it's just, I don't know.
Like I get, you know, obviously a lot of people can't afford Natasha Denona. Like that's like it is what it is, and it is great that there are affordable brands. But I wish that rather than trying to rip off like ideas,
Yeah.
could
They
do it.
would be like more like inspired. You could do like similar color
Yeah,
stories, but in your own idea with your own package and your own like put your own thought to it.
yeah,
I don't mind that. I feel like when we're completely like copying everything from another brand, I feel like it's just not it. Like I feel like it's just not nice thing to do
Yeah,
for another one,
it's the
another brand.
form,
Like
because I've heard, like, they do good formulas. That's the thing, so,
yeah,
like, no more than, like, W7 are terrible for taking other people's ideas and
yeah,
being like, "Bleh, here we go," but then we know that when they come out with their own thing that's, like, totally unique, it's like, "Oh, you can do this.
yeah.
Do
And
more of
then
it."
it's like, what? Why haven't you done this?
Yeah.
I
I
don't know. I'm not like I get that people like I've been like tempted. I've also bought some like clearly copy dupes. Like obviously, like I'm not like saying like, oh, you shouldn't buy this because it's a copy. Like I've been tempted to buy, for example, the Metropolis dupe, but like there must be like it just can't be the exact same.
no.
Like if you want something that is the exact same, I feel like it's the best thing to go with that. And if you can't afford, try finding like a similar thing because we have so much affordable makeup that it's really good. So I don't feel like there's a need for
Yeah.
to copy someone straight out, copy it and be like, ah, yeah,
I think you see when I see this sort of thing, I'm like, "Okay, you saw that this was doing well, so you decided you wanted your own
yeah,
share of it, which, okay, but do your own thing with it."
yeah. I feel like when I just got into makeup and went to into like in the makeup community, I didn't mind at all like copies and all of those. I was like, oh, I can get this cheaper and like but now that I've been like more into this and seen and like talked to um a lot of people about it, and I just feel like it's just not right to like and I imagine like what if I one day would come out with something, not that I would ever do that, but like
Yeah.
what if and then someone copied it to the like exact thing, like that would be like I would be heartbroken.
Yeah.
And like it would be so that's what I'm like trying to imagine how the brands must feel when their like hard work is like just copied to a cheaper one to people to get.
Yeah, that's exactly where I am as well, like, I mean, look, to each your own. If you like copies, dupes, whatever, that's fine. That's
Yeah.
your interest. That's grand. I'm
Yeah.
not going to tell you what to do. It just ain't for me. And when I put it to you guys, 12% of you loved it, 54% said not for me, and 34% of you voted Natasha Denona. Is that you? So can I? Okay, this is coming back to our earlier point of just because it's cheap, just because you're an affordable brand,
Oh,
it doesn't mean that you have to have shitty packaging. This, believe it or not, my friends, is Essence, and they have done a collaboration with Beauty Blends, and it's so nice. It's pared back. There's this eyeshadow palette for
oh,
€9.99, which includes 3 aqua liner pans. There's a pH reacting
oh.
blush, which, fine. There's plumping lip glosses for €2.79 each. There's a makeup sponge, which looks super cute, and a hairband. And they're apparently only available on their European website at the moment, but they should be coming
That
everywhere.
palette
I know.
looks so pretty. Like I feel like Essence been killing it.
They have. Do you remember that
Mm.
pumpkin sort of palette that they did not that long
Yeah.
ago? And we were like,
And like
excuse me?
I just ordered this and it came. This is like, believe it or not, this beautiful brush that looks like a Sigma brush, like from the Alice in Wonderland collection, is Essence and it costs €3.50. Like, I just had to get
I
it.
remember us talking about that.
Like, the shape and how, like, lush, like, this is, like, it feels nice. Like, obviously, it's not a Sigma brush. Like, I get that. But, like, it's still a good brush, I feel like. I haven't tried it on my face, but I thought like as a
Oh yeah.
foundation.
Yeah, no, it's nice. But like this palette,
It
I
is
think,
so
like, I
nice.
really like that they put in like aqualiners. Now, as to how good they are, I don't
Yeah.
know. I've been burned before, but that like shimmery blue and shimmery green,
Yeah. That like those look like really nice.
yeah, and the
Really
packaging
do.
of the palette looks so pretty.
Yeah.
I love this because it's grungy with like jewel tones.
Oh, it is. It's so beautiful.
Like it's
I
my
don't really not into that pH thing, blush
yeah.
thing.
I don't really
Glosses are
understand.
like I feel like the glosses are just clear glosses, but
Yeah,
it's like the sponge. Look at that coloring.
yeah.
I love that color combo. Even the like headband looks nice.
I
Is that a
know.
head?
Yeah, it
Yeah,
is. Yeah,
hairband. Yeah.
it's
I
it's
feel like this is well thought collection. I mean, they could have skipped the pH reacting blush, but whatever.
look.
Like,
We'll take what we can. Can I just talk about the pH reacting blush for a second? Because the packaging, maybe it's just me losing my mind, but it gave me a little bit of like Tatcha vibes. You know,
oh yeah, I feel like it's the color combo.
I think that's what it was. Like I'm kind of like I mean, they've obviously used the most gorgeous models ever and they look beautiful wearing it.
Yeah.
So there's part of me that's like, what would it look like on me? So like there's a
Yeah.
little bit of me that is intrigued. All in all though, nice collection. And like, yeah, the glosses are plain, but they're plumping glosses. So I'd rather pay €2.79 than fork out the whatever it is for the fucking toothpaste one. So
Yeah, I have a couple of Essence. I'm not sure if they work. They're like nice still. So, and I never know if they work. Like, I feel like I'm like, do they work? Do they not work? I'm like, am I seeing something? So, I'm not sure if they do work.
I
But like,
basically have no lips. So they have very little to work on.
but they do look nice on the lips. So,
Yeah, fair enough. When I put it to you guys, 27% of you loved it, 37% said not for me, and 36% said I like some of it. Oh, this palette. Can I just say there's a lot of stuff this week that I'm really enjoying?
yeah,
One of them,
it's a good week.
or a bad week, depending upon, the way that
Yeah.
this is Ace Beauty and their Ambience Palette. Now, we don't know when it's coming out or the price, so that's right. This is an utterly useless part of the episode, but let's just talk about how gorgeous Can I talk about the shade Delightful? That's beautiful. That
Oh,
green.
yes.
Oh,
You know what? I feel like this is a pretty palette, but I don't like the selection of shimmers that they chose. I feel like they could have done something different. Like the mattes are
yes.
perfect.
Yeah.
And I do like the green shimmer and like the charming. But I
Yeah.
feel like enchanting, twilight, aura, magical, and even candlelight. Well, candlelight kind
No,
of
I'd
goes.
see Candlelight.
But I feel like aura, and I feel like it's maybe just aura and magical,
Yeah.
or just aura. I feel like that shade kind of ruins it for me.
I agree. Now, what I'm going to say is magical on the inner corner as like a sort of a highlight. I think
Yeah,
that's really beautiful. Aura, I think, is what is throwing me. Because if you
yeah,
in magical with candlelight, the two of them together,
yeah,
actually, you can see how that would
yeah.
work. But I agree, aura doesn't make sense to me in there. And I think if they omitted that and maybe put something else in, I don't know exactly what.
Also, I feel like the two greens are like they're not the same, but they're very close.
Yeah.
So they could have swapped that out. Like imagine delightful as a shimmer shade.
Shut the fuck
Like
up.
exactly. I feel like they tried to do that with magical, but it's more like yellow. It's more like gold. But
Yeah.
imagine that like green, dirty
Mm.
chartreuse green shimmer. Like, oh my gosh.
All bets would be off. Like, I think this is a lovely palette, and I feel
It is. Like the mats are
yeah, perfection. Wouldn't
yeah.
change a single bit of those. Now, like I will say, I feel like
You know what this
ASPA,
reminds
I feel like ASPA with every release are just kind of coming out with something a little bit better. Like the last few releases have been pretty damn good.
it's not exactly the same, but it has the same vibe. Like with
Yeah,
this and like the peaches and some of the like shimmer shades. Like it gives the vibe. But I feel like this is even better.
yeah,
Like this is nice.
mm,
Don't get me wrong.
yeah.
But I feel like the mattes on the Ace Beauty are like chef's kiss.
Yeah, I'll also say I feel like this is the elevated older sister who's been abroad and has experienced life and
Yeah.
knows what to talk about. I like
Yeah.
it. I do. I really do. Like if this turned up, I'd straight away go to Delightful and just cover my whole
Yeah.
body in it. Yeah, like you said, I mean, there's little bits that I would change,
Yeah.
but little bits. But you know what? I give this like a 9 out of 10.
Yeah. I would have actually just taken some of the shimmers out and add a couple of like lighter blending shades because I feel like
They're
that's a
missing.
tiny bit missing. But you know, it's like I'm very fair.
Yeah.
So I do need those really light shades, but I don't mind dipping into another palette either. So I
Yeah.
do that
I
a lot.
do you know what? I'm exactly the same because I am like
We are exactly as pale as we match
we
as in the
do.
pale.
I love that when you were you could use all of my foundations. Like we are
Yeah,
exactly the same shade.
I like
Um,
exactly the same.
so if you ever come and live with me, you can just like
Yeah,
use all of my stuff.
yeah,
That's how I'm going to like entice Tia
yeah.
to move to Ireland.
Planning my move now. That's a
Yeah.
makeup.
Bye, Papa. Um, yeah, I like this. I think there's just one or two little changes that I would make, but overall, I feel like ASPK are fucking killing it. Like it's really, really good. When I put it to you guys, 41% said love it, 25% said not for me, and 34% said I like some of it. Oh, Blend Bunny. Right. If you've
Oh,
watched this channel for long enough, you know that I'm a smidgen of a fan of Blend Bunny, right? She's just a nice person. I've had a couple of interactions with her as well, like via DMs. And this is their new All Done Up collection. It's coming the 15th of October. So as you're watching, it'll be available. There's a lot to this. So she's come out with a lip liner and liquid lipstick. There are 4 different variations of those. They're $22 each. Beautiful. There's an eyeliner for $16, an eyeliner brush for $8, and of course, an eyeshadow palette for $36. This is all totally different to anything she's done before. She's never come out with liquid lipsticks, never done lip liners. There's no liners. And then, yeah, she's done eyeshadow palettes, but none of her eyeshadow palettes look like this.
gorgeous. Can I just tell the chokehold this palette has on me? But
Fair.
like I've already told Bob I need it. I must get it. And that's that. I might need to wait after my trip, but I'm getting this. It's gonna be maybe my birthday present. No, not birthday, Christmas. My birthday went already. I'm not waiting a year for this. Like even the swatches that she showed, like, oh my god. One thing is the 3 shimmers called Centerfold, Wink, and Starlet. Not my favorite.
Yeah.
But everything else, I can look over that.
Yeah.
Because
But I
look at
suspect they're the sort as well that once you get them, you'd be like, oh shit, actually.
yeah, they would be much more pretty. But oh my god, like that gray section, then like the like very weird, like is it like a greenish, like a cool toned
Yeah.
greenish? And then we have like a grungy, like brown greenish, a little
Mm.
bit like leaning brown. And the shade called Unexpected.
Oh,
Come on.
love that. Love that shade.
Like this would be my perfect neutral palette, which isn't boring.
Yeah.
Like I was thinking possibly selling my dollhouse, but I made a little mistake yesterday. I went and swatched it. Now I don't know.
No,
I'm
don't
like,
go to your dollhouse. It's
so
beautiful.
beautiful.
No, no, no. I'm thinking of using the dollhouse for my wedding day. So like
Yeah,
that ain't going nowhere.
yeah,
I will. Can I be 100% honest? When I saw this palette initially, I was like, okay. But it was a slow burn.
yeah.
It was like an STI. Initially, you don't notice that you have it, and then suddenly there's a violent flare up, and you're like, "Oh my god, this is part of my life now."
Oh,
And yeah, I like. Also, can I please talk for a second about the lipsticks?
yes.
Jesus, they're gorgeous. Like
The shade
initially,
teas.
oh
They're all pretty,
yeah.
but the shade teas and
Mhm.
haunting are the two that I'm like,
Yeah.
yes.
See, I started off first and I was like, I want like a pro and I want haunting. And then I started looking at doll face and teeth and I was like, oh, I
You're
want
like, oh,
them
I want them all.
too.
That's it.
Shit. So god damn it. And like I didn't end up getting like the highlighter palette. I just couldn't afford it at the time. So I'm gonna wait and save up and try and get as
Yeah.
much of this as I physically can get and put together.
You
I
know what
think
I already did? I went to Blend Bunny's site and I found an item. The brushes are like 32.
they're so good though.
So I put them in my basket because I wanted to find something that's similar price to the palette so I can like see what's the shipping rates. And for the brushes, it says like 16 USD. So it has come down, but I'm not sure if it's gonna be different when I like if the palette, if it's by weight, it might be a bit
Oh,
different.
yeah. That's a good point. That's
But
a good point.
like that would mean it would be kind of like $50 for that palette. And you know what? That's not too bad.
Yeah.
Not too bad.
I've spent more on a lot worse.
Yeah. Now I'm like
Like
thinking
this.
it's lunch on Saturday. Will it ship on time if I order it to Anna or Tess? I could save from shipping. I might message Blend Bunny and ask, like, what's the
Yeah.
shipping?
Could you please send this out right now?
Could you please send it right now?
Yeah.
So I really want it.
Do you?
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm like, I need it. I want it. It must be mine. I'm gonna find a way.
Yeah, I like this. And like I can also imagine like pairing this with her previous palettes for like
Oh, yeah.
pop a neon in there.
You know what? When Primal came out, we both were like, like it's
I
not. It
bought it.
doesn't look a worst palette, but we were like, but this is kind of like what you've done before, and we were both saying we need something new. Need some. Thank you. We got something new.
I will say that
Um.
I did get the Primal palette and I fucking loved it.
Yeah.
I
And
filmed it,
like,
but I haven't put it up yet because I'm crazy
oh,
busy. But it is a beautiful palette and works beautifully well.
yeah, but
Um,
like,
it's just one of
oh,
those brands that I know I feel really confident about and say,
yeah. I
if you
like
like
their
color, very good.
formula. I like it's a formula I can like very easily do looks. I don't have to think about will this blend, will this not blend. And like she does it so well because you have all the shades you need to blend it out. And that's what I love the most.
Mm.
Like and like in this palette, look at those all weird colored pastels.
Yeah.
Like where do we get that
I've
color
never
pastels?
seen anything like that.
Never.
No.
Never. Like they look so interesting. The shade Vision is the most interesting pastel, like
Yeah.
greenish, grayish color. I can't. It's too beautiful.
Yeah. No, I think she's done really, really well. It's so different.
Yeah.
It's not duping anything on the market. I have never
Yeah.
seen anything like this. So, well done. Spectacular. No,
Yeah.
I've nothing negative to say. When I put it to you guys, and I showed you the lip cream and the lip liner set, 27% of you said love it, 38% said not for me, 35% said I like some of it. And then when I showed you the liner, the brush, and the palette, 39% said love it, 34% said not for me, and 27% said I like some of it. I think we're just in general. I think there's a lot of people like in an oh buy or just being like, no,
Yeah.
done.
Or because the black liner is with the palette, people are like, I don't like the black liner.
That's
I'm
fair.
gonna put I like some of it or not for
It's
me.
still quite a like a positive
It's
for the.
quite a big positive, like,
I'll
you
take
know.
it. I'll take it.
So it's good. It's good.
Okay, so this next one, this is Colourpop, and they were like, "This is our emo collection," and I'm like, "There is no black eyeliner. It is not fucking emo. What are you talking about? Where's my good eyeliner?" This is their Troublemaker collection. So the palette is their Troublemaker. Sorry, not sorry, and it's $18. Now this is a little bit different in the sense that you've your mattes, your sparkles, your metallic, but they have a duochrome and they have super shock finishes, which is a bit different. But can I just say, the matte look dusty as fuck. They look
Yeah, the
like,
mattes are kind of like they're like cool tone neutrals. Like I could work with this, but
but where's
like
the pigment?
if the mattes were better, like look at those shimmers, the pink like duochrome one, then the
Oh,
Addy.
yeah, wild.
Like the shimmers are so nice.
Mm.
Imagine that with some like really deep jewel tone mattes.
Yeah. But this is the thing. I think they let themselves down with the mattes.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh, why did you do that? It is $18. And I think this is one of the better things we've seen from Colourpop in a long time.
yeah, definitely. Oh, those Lux Velvet. Okay.
They're
That
$9.
nude. Those look nice.
Yeah.
Those look nice.
Yeah.
I don't feel like it's a bad collection, but after the Blend Bunny and the Ace Beauty, I'm like,
Yeah. If we
it
started
kind of
off with
doesn't like lift up to that level.
yeah.
Like I actually did kind of like this when I see it on its own, but now it's like I'm like, oh, it's nice, but it's not there.
Yeah. I mean, when you think about the palette is half the price of the Blend Bunnies one,
Yeah,
you know?
it
Um,
could, mm,
yeah, like it's not necessary, but like I know a lot of people are excited about this, and I do like
yeah,
they're coming out with like slightly different formulas. But they also have their Jelly Much shadows. They're $9 each, and they have duochrome finishes, which is kind of different for them. So
those
I'm excited
very
for
good.
that. Yeah.
Although the two like purple shade, well, there is almost like black and purple, so
Mm.
I give them that. They look nice.
Yeah, it's not awful. This is
I
one of
like
the
the
better ones.
aesthetic of this collection. I feel like they've done a really nice job. It's just it's hard to appreciate it now after those two
We got spoiled.
excellent palettes.
Yeah. Do you know? Can I just say, if this had come out 3 years ago, I think we'd have all collectively shit
Oh,
ourselves.
yeah,
We'd have been like, "Oh my god, this is amazing! This is incredible!" Um,
yeah,
and the fact, again, like I said, there's new finishes. I think a lot of people will like this. They'll enjoy it. But I have stuff in my collection, uh,
yeah.
like that new Natasha Denona palette. It was like the Dream palette. I may have ordered that the other day because I'm an idiot.
Really?
So it's also my attempt to lure you here.
True.
I'm like, if I get Natasha Denona, Tia will come back. Won't
Come
you?
back,
Won't you?
come back, please.
Please.
I have
Um,
pretty stuff.
this is the only thing that fuels our friendship.
Yeah.
It's me showing her things and her being like, "Oh well, I'll come over and
Like,
swap."
oh, I have to come over because I cannot afford that myself.
Like the thing is, like, I'm obviously looking at this, and I'm from the perspective of the fucking idiot who bought the Natasha Denona palette. So I'm looking at this kind of going, I don't need this. But I think for a lot of
Yeah.
people, this is gonna.
Yeah, I feel like it's a good affordable option for like I don't think this is a bad collection at
Yeah,
all.
yeah, I agree. It's not bad. It's a lot better than what they've done before.
Yeah.
When I put it to you guys, 15% of you loved it, 55% said not for me, and 30% said I like some of it. This one, I got the information on this today, and I'm confused. This, believe it or not, I don't try. Hold on to your hats, kids. This is Kylie Cosmetic and the collaboration that none of us saw coming. Batman. Yeah,
I'm so confused.
yeah, it's coming out October 19th. There's a lot in it. There's obviously that eyeshadow palette, which, whatever. The highlighter, I'm
Neutral
really
palette with a pop of blue and yellow.
yeah, yeah. So it's
Like
proper.
where is like even on like next to the comic? Like come on, you could have put those like that, like sagey green. Could
Yeah.
have put red in there. You could have put like there's so many colors in that comic that they like laid out. Or
Mhm.
is that the palette? Like
That's the palette. That's the packaging of the palette.
oh
It's
yeah.
coming out. It's
So
saying for their
why
packaging.
is that color story more interesting? Like I like the yellow blue. I like that it has a black. It doesn't look the worst, but I don't understand. Like this could have been a £10 palette.
Yeah, easily. But also, can I talk about that highlighter? It's
Oh, that looks
a,
nice.
like, but it's such a weird shade. It looks like grey.
No, it looks like a blue highlighter that I love.
Okay, Tia. Okay, so you'll end up liking that.
Yeah,
Um, there's something about this that kind of
it's
screams makeup
so
revolution
weird.
to me.
It's so weird. Like, where is the connection with Kylie and Batman? Like, I don't understand. Like,
Oh,
I've
I
never.
understand. I understand because Batman was a millionaire with lots of money that just
Oh
frittered
yeah.
it away on their own ego, and Kylie does too.
Okay, so the connection is they're both
Too.
millionaires.
Yeah. So we understand. Can I just say though, when I'm looking at say the lip glossy things and the eyeliners, makeup revolution. It's just giving me makeup revolution when I'm looking at it.
Yeah, it's just that I feel like because it's like the aesthetic is like mm, it could oh yeah, it looks like makeup revolution. I
It
can't
really does.
justify this. I tried.
Batman. Like, oh,
Kylie. It's not Robin anymore. It's
yeah,
oh
it's
ah I don't like you know. I
no.
just yeah, the highlighter, if it's a bluey highlighter that it looks, yes. Um Other than that, I'm like,
I like the
eh,
makeup bag.
yeah, that's cute, but I'm not a Batman fan.
Yeah, that's
So
fair.
I'm like, this is also not like targeted at me. I'm
Yeah.
not even a Kylie fan. So it's just not for me.
Yeah, same. Now, because this was kind of shown this morning, I don't have any stats on it yet, so I'm going to tell you or show you guys now what you guys thought. I assume you're in a similar boat to us, but who knows? Beauty Bay, shut the fuck up, stop it, chill, calm your tit. This is more stuff from them. This is a collaboration between Beauty Bay and AO Coralie, and they kind of were like, in true Beauty Bay fashion, we're like, ooh, here's some black and whites, and then a day later, we're like, blah, this is on the site. So it's on the site as we're filming, but it's not available. You can't buy it. You can't get the two palettes separately. You have to get them together. It's £18. And I think they've kind of missed a trick. I think they
Yeah.
needed to sell them separately because the person that wants that top palette is unlikely to want the bottom palette too, and vice versa.
And even if they do, not every people want to buy two separate palettes. Come on.
Yeah.
I also, like, I saw someone say, like, why is there brown shimmer? And I'm like, oh, yeah, it doesn't not fit that palette.
Yeah.
Like, why? Why did you put a brown shimmer there? I do not see the connection.
Like, it feels like
It's
that
not
brown shimmer,
nice.
but it feels like that brown shimmer should be in the pinky palette.
Yeah,
And
because then there's like that nude shade. What is that even doing there? Take the nude shade out, take the brown shade shimmer out, put some interest. I don't understand the need to put neutrals on every single palette.
I do like the top palette. I do, because I
Yeah,
know
it's
it is,
nice.
you know?
Besides the brown shimmer, it's nice.
Yeah, I mean, I had a few people kind of saying like, "Oh, he's the dark fantasy. You don't need this," and I'm like, "How dare you come into me with that fucking logic? You know, how dare you try
I
to
do
test
not
me?
see your logic. I need.
How dare you be smart and pointing shit out, whereas I'm just kind of going, more is more is more is more." Because I do, and I know this about myself. I lose all fucking reason when it comes to Beauty Bay. Do I
Yeah.
need both of these? No. Will I end up getting them? I
If
probably
I would
will.
get something from Beauty Bay, I would take the dark
Oh yeah.
fantasy palette and not this.
Yeah.
If I would like
Oh yeah.
right at the second be like, I need a new Beauty Bay palette, it would definitely be that. This goes to like Beauty Bay too, like what we were saying with Unearthly. Why is there so much stuff going all the
Yeah.
time?
Let us just
Like,
appreciate what's come out.
yeah, because it was like literally 2 weeks ago, like couple weeks
Yeah.
ago, that they came out with Dark Fantasy.
And 2 weeks before that, the 42 pound berries.
Yeah. So it's like, why is there the constant need of bringing? It's like they cannot wait. Like they're too impatient to wait the actual release date. Like they have a plan for it.
Yeah.
Then they're like, oh my god, it's ready here.
I mean, I get that because I am that sort of like impatient
Yeah, me
person.
too. But I feel like we need more time with these. Like we're not millionaires. We're not Kylie. So please give us some time.
Yeah. Give Sahil some time to get more money so that I can be a
Give
lady of the
Sahil
year.
some time to save some money for
Is
these
that
kids.
that's the real reason behind the wedding, is I just wanna just lie
Yeah,
back at home and be like, "This work nonsense, this two-job bullshit thing, I'm not doing
yeah.
this anymore, you silly goose." Um, Look, do you know what? Do I think it's the best thing they've done? No. However, am I gonna end up getting it? Don't you dare fucking judge me. You have
I hope they send it to you
I
because
don't
they
think
can.
so. I don't think they will.
Oh,
No, I don't think so. Like, I think I'd have heard from them by now, and it was very kind of them to send it to like to send the last collection to me. I didn't
yeah.
send it myself. But like I had sent an email back, and I'd be like, "Thank you so much for sending it," and I never got a reply. So I was like, "Oh, okay,
We're over you.
we're done. You don't get a lot of views on your thing. So, like, that is fair. I don't, but I do this because I enjoy it. So,
Yeah,
what of it? Now,
that's the most important thing,
yeah,
anyways.
that's what I like to think. Now, this was, can we say leaked? It was shown on their site today. So I put a poll up today. Don't have the stats yet, but you'll see them now on your screen. But we're getting into the very last thing, and this is simply Posh Cosmetics, and it's their Genuine Gems palette, and it's coming soon. No idea the price. There you go. Oh,
Gorgeous.
can't cope. Can't.
Oh,
Love it. Love
why
it.
is this week filled with like, I know we complain when there's like a lot of shit
Yeah.
going out, but like, I don't know which I hate more.
I think we just love complaining, to be fair. It's what's
Yeah.
keeping us young and youthful.
Yeah. So like, when it's good, we complain. When it's
When it's
bad,
bad,
we
we
complain.
complain. Yeah,
This is called releases and rants for a reason.
yeah. These bitches are never happy.
I just feel like this is so beautiful.
Oh, can I talk about the shade Citrine? That yellowy grunge. Oh,
Yeah.
gorgeous.
One thing, the blue column, the dark blue would needed to be more dark blue. The
Yeah,
matte.
more like a navy.
They are two, like, I know there are two different undertones, the two blue mattes there, but they're too similar on depth wise.
Yeah.
So it should have been like more of the depth of the emerald color, like the same depth as that.
Yeah.
But like minor tweaks.
Yeah, because like if they wanted to go pure sapphire, they'd need to go a couple of shades deeper.
Yeah.
So it's like,
And
it's almost
a bit deep. If this had a black and a white,
oh, all bets would be off.
yeah. It's like those shimmers. The shade Luxurious.
Oh.
Clarity. Brilliance. Oh my god, they're beautiful.
They are. I just think this is done really well.
Yeah.
Really, really well.
Good job.
I've seen a few things from them over the last while that I've kind of been like,
yeah,
excuse me, what you doing over there? I like it. And it tickles my pickle.
Like what we see.
Yeah, look, I'm loving these sort of tones, the grungy, the autumnal sort of a thing. Beautiful.
I'm just all about the grunge at the moment.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, same.
Please.
Yeah. I think we're hanging out with each other too much. We're just rubbing off each other.
Yeah.
Like two feral cats.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like this. And I have to say, in general, this week has been really interesting.
Excellent.
Yeah.
There's not much that is like
shockingly bad.
Super bad.
Yeah, it's not.
There's not actually anything that's super bad.
Yeah, so I'm happy with this. Now, because I kind of was alerted to this kind of later on today, I don't have stats on it, so I'm showing them to you now. There you go. But my friends, that is it. That is the end of the episode. But I do have my favourite comment, and this is from Yasmin Jenny, who said, Teresa's laugh at the MAC brushes has made my week. If you didn't watch last week's episode, I may have likened MAC's new brushes to anal beads, and I will say I disagree with Yasmin in that I didn't laugh so much as I cackled maniacally, like the wizened old hag that I am. I did get a good giggle from that, I will say. But anyways, my gorgeous friends, that is it. That's the end of this episode. Go find Tia. I have all of her details down below. And like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on that notification bell. And do please share, because sharing is caring, except, of course, for STDs, in which case, just wrap it up. Don't be gross. But that's it. That's the end of the video, and we will see you guys in the next one. Bye!
Bye!